Another Friday night visit to Memorial Arena in Brampton to open Week 5 in the Arenalacrosseleague with the Peterborough Timbermen looking to slow down the defending champion Express. A battle for first place on the line. Hello again, Lance Wynn working alongside JVI Productions. Starting goalies for the Timbermen. It'll be Ethan Robertson. And at the other end, Mateo Bodin gets the start for the Express. Officials for tonight's game, another all-star crew. Joel Firmhand Furman is the crew chief. He's working with Mark Sandman Sands and Tyler Frosted Flake. Head coaches for Peterborough, Joe Sullivan in his 9th season. His assistants is Mike Hayner and Jay Tassi. For the Express, Jeff Dowling, but in his place, an interim head coach in Ryan Campbell. His assistants will be Jeff Snyder, Zach Tompkinson, and Craig Cowan. So as we get set to go, two teams here, 3-1 records sitting atop the Arenalacrosseleague standings, and they have been good, all of them. And as soon as we get going, we'll point out a few of the few to keep your eye on. But both these coaches were anxious to get started here. Peterborough, of course, Joe Sullivan talked about consistency and playing better D, and Brampton getting off to a good start and staying disciplined. First possession belongs to the Express. Curtis Ward will slide out there, take the top. Working out there with Zach Sutherland. And, of course, Jake McNabb back in the lineup. He'll float it to that right shooter spot. Matt Brooks been a good job. He gets that one taken away. Good collapsing D. Here come the Timbermen in transition. Nick Baffia. He'll put on the brakes. Look for a shot. Takes it. Good save there. Cam Milligan trying to fish it out, but instead it's picked up by Jonah Beam, and he trots over the timeline to reset for the Express. Floating out there deep is Jeremy Surley. Keep an eye on him as well, but also Ward here on this side. Ward looking to turn the corner, can't. Again, good collapsing defense by the Timbermen. That flip pass goes awry. Scooped up 5 in the shot clock. Sutherland going to have to hurry. That shot from way out, and how about that stepping in? Liam Keane delivers with a good bounce shot from way out, 1-0 Express. I think if you're Ethan Robertson, you probably want that one back. That was sort of desperation time, but a good job there to get off a good shot. That's one of the things. Get it on net. Good things can happen. That is the young man's first game, his first shift, first goal. So that's pretty impressive in itself from Liam Keane. And thanks to our crack statistician team as Gage Board with the turnover. So they'll reset now for the Express, up by a goal. Notable absences for the Peterborough Timbermen as Ferreira slides out. They go to work with James Whiteford. Whiteford underhand. That's steered aside. Rebound. McNabb plays the carom. They'll get a fresh 20. Swing back to Ferreira on the left side. He'll look inside. Wide open backhand try. Good save. So another good opportunity for the Express. So they're executing well on offense now, and Peterborough will get their first sort of look-see on offense here. Keep an eye, of course, on their captain, Cam Milligan. Got the ball right now, one of the leading scorers in the league. Swing it around, and they'll set it up. Making a turn inside, Rotting, and that one slides through. So executing, and that's Nolan Downey, I believe. I will double-check that. And so it is Angus Rotting with his first goal of the game, and comes on a good pass inside and a backhand finish, and we're tied at 1. Off the draw, Riley Morgan and Tyler Halls, they'll be battling all day. Colin Matthews, the speedster, comes away with it. Has a man on the far side. Fakes it, dumps it. Penestret, that's stopped. Good save on the bounce. Matthews digs it out, but it's scooped up by the Timbermen. They'll counter quickly the other way. Nolan Downey doing a good job, takes a hard hit, gets roughed up, double team, pops loose, and is scooped up. Timbermen still have it, plenty of time in the shot clock. Milligan. He'll try to turn the corner, Beam working him over. That shot from way out, good save made. Steered aside, picked up by Board. He'll circle the crease now and look to move it up. So a good job holding court on the defensive end by the Express. They'll set things up now on the half boards, way on the right side. Searle will come on out, slide it over to Ward. Ward look for a screen, working with Whiteford. Dump back, McNabb, duck in. McNabb sidearm, that one caught the post. That'll reset to 20, but no, Bathia scoop it up. Good pass up ahead now. Edwards, one pass ahead on the fly in transition. Great stop there by Bowden as he stretched out the arms. Rebound again, but nothing to do with that bounce shot through the 5-hole on a good job in transition by the Timbermen. I'm going to say that was Scott Edwards that got that goal, but I would be awfully surprised if that's the case. So we'll have to get that to you and find out as Tyler Halls off the draw, scoops it up. Whiteford just wide of the mark. And Estrat's going to keep it on the right side of the timeline, and they'll work now with 20 on the shot clock. Ward will filter out late. Whiteford surveying, kicks it over. Estrat one-on-one with Gasparetti, dumps it down low, and Sutherland had a notion, but he touched the crease, and possession now, quick pass up it. Milligan on the fly, one bounce, but it goes right to Bowden. So give credit to Will White for that goal, and I had him on my sheet, but my good eye wasn't working, and we're clear now. Under 11 minutes to go here, opening quarter, 2-1 lead. Great swim movement, off the post and in. So Zach Sutherland with a beauty move and a better finish ties this game at 2. Sutherland's 13th goal of the season, and you saw that, and I had Ethan Robertson as a starter, but it looks like that is the case. So just making sure as Tyler Kids in the Halls off the draw. We'll keep an eye on that Estrat. Isolated on that right side. He'll wait for McNabb. They'll swing it out. Ferrero will slide into that left shooter spot. They'll go down low to Matthews. Matthews on the curl. Ferreira, great job. He'll change direction, look for someone cutting in. Ferreira ducks in, takes a hard hit. McNabb picks up the loose ball, tried to go to the underhand, but it got partially deflected. And now a quick outlet pass and over the timeline to Gasparetti. Timbermen will look to set things up. Jack McAlpine out there. Milligan, shot top corner wide. Rowling trying to run under that. Instead, Bowden will get it. Great pass ahead. Gage board, hangs on to it, absorbed the hit. Just wide of the mark, and the Timbermen will turn it back the other way. They have numbers. They'll think better of it and wait for the rest of the offense. Bradenberg not able to do much with it as Andrew Horsley on him. And the loose ball battle continues. A lot of pushing and shoving in there, and too much hands-on will give possession to Peterborough. They'll start things off down in that left crease and kick it out for some room to operate. McAlpine swinging across. That shot pass goes off the boards. Good retrieval, able to step in there and get a good shot off of Zach Thompson. He's having himself an outstanding season so far for the Timbermen. And now countering the other way are the Express. We're under 9 minutes to go, opening quarter. This is the battle for first place. 2 3-1 teams looking up their records. Whiteford tried a little shake and bake. Goes back, reverse, pivot, back up top. Sutherland, great duck in, fake, and just wide of the mark. This is going to be trouble. Off to Karam. Zidmel, and he'll pick it up, and a bad pass, but good recovery there by Austin Lamoureux, and he's stopped. Great hustle to the loose ball by Zidmel, but he can't hang on to it, and it's B. We're going to have our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go, looks like, to the Brampton Express. So Tyler Hall is going to go for an illegal cross-check. That's going to allow the Peterborough power play to go to work. 64% efficiency on the power play. They were 3 for 7 last week against Paris, and they go to work now. The Express have done an admirable job killing off penalties, but clearly much better on the power play than they are. Bowden, sidearm to Board. Board races over the timeline now, evens the numbers. Ward slid in there, and now they'll look to burn some clock here. So, like head coach today, Ryan Campbell said that discipline a key. He feels that 5-on-5, you're looking at one of the best teams in the league. And like I've reiterated numerous times, penalties make a difference. If you are using your special teams more on the short side, you're going to end up on the losing end. And that's been the case throughout the league. So a reset here, Milligan at the top, working with just over a minute to go in a man advantage. Skip pass, and a good job by Bowden to cover that corner. Great job by Horsley on the loose ball. Bounces off a couple. Stiff arm, moves it up ahead. And looking to try to curl back out. And a good job being patient on that was Peyton Wallace. Ward, wrong stick side, lets that one go. And it goes off the screen, and that will take us to our first officials timeout. To go after our officials timeout, Milligan with the inbounds. 35 seconds left now in the Peterborough power play. First power play opportunity of the game as Milligan now. And that pass inside, deflected. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Milligan will slide. McAlpine got a good shot. Bowden moving well. And on the run now is Estrat. Has one man to beat Milligan. Great stick kick, pops out Horsley. And Board goes to the 5-hole. So a shorthanded marker for the Express. Gage Board's going to pick up the goal there. And I think there was going to be a delayed penalty for too many men on the floor. But a good job there in transition by the Express, and they take a 3-2 lead. When I was speaking with the coaches prior to the game for Brampton, we talked about Gage Board, and I said to him that he reminds me of Ryan Campbell and the way he plays and the leadership and what he brings to the team on the floor, and a big asset to this squad. Radenberg looks to kick it back out. They'll swing it around Milligan. He'll let that go, missed that far corner. And now Express looking to move it up. Halls can't get that cleanly, but he's going to try to run it down. Does a good job in there battling against Reese Nugent. Halls hits the floor. Matthews in there. It gets kicked backwards, and Peterborough now comes away with it, and they'll move it up in one pass and over the timeline. Nugent. Nathan Jones on him. Edwards gets worked over, gets it to Milligan. Cam Milligan, swing across. Zach Thompson filtering out late, 10 on the shot clock. Big kick out across on the swing. That shot from McAlpine, stop. Adamson will pick up the rebound, turn and wheel. He'll be able to bring it over the timeline with 5.5 to go here in the opening quarter. McNabb working it across. Nathan Jones will stay out there for a shift on offense. Kick it back out Ferreira. McNabb gets a good screen. No roll, though. McNabb inside, looking to Whiteford on the back door. Whiteford too casual, and through the crease, possession will go up the other way. Timbermen now will move it up. One pass over the timeline. Good job to get it over and keep it over by Downey. Kick across, looking for an opening. Nugent inside. That's a tough pass for Thompson, and with that Brampton defense, that's a bad place to put it. Matthews going to scoop this up. One man to beat. Puts on the brakes, swims his way closer, and rolls right back out. Good decision. Trailing now Estrat. Estrat will pull that one out. Wait for the rest of the offense, McNabb. Good disciplined play by Brampton not to push the issue. McNabb gets a stick on that. He'll work now with 10 on the shot clock. They'll go down to Estrat. Kick across Ward. Ward, one man to beat. Ward ducks under. Rolls back, kicks it, and passed it to no one. Sutherland's going to leave that one, and Gasparetti's going to jump on it. They'll flip it ahead. Here come the Timbermen. Will White. He'll curl out. They'll look, send it down, work at half boards on the left. Rotting. Big man will come in. Nugent, the last man out, will look to duck in, gets a double team, gets taken down. Outstanding D again by the Express. Halls will work it, one pass to board. So some good defense leading to some offensive opportunities, but we've had some great goaltending already, but the D on both sides has been tight. Whiteford. He'll come around, create some room. McNabb had it and got it back, working with 8 on the shot clock. McNabb, he'll step in an underhand, right into the basket. Easy save, and a one pass ahead. So on the money, Edwards looking to take advantage. He tried to go far side, and he said it was tipped. And it'll stay right here with the Timbermen. Peterborough will set up the offense, swing it across. Rotting will filter out late, looking inside, up, down, off the post. That stays in play. Rotting will grab that, fresh 20. Can't hang on to it, gets batted ahead. And moved up. The Express still trying to fight, but that good job by Bowden to get it out one man. Wallace got a heads up as he runs right into a wall. That is Zidmel. Zidmel scoops it up. He's been all over this carpet. Great effort to get possession for the Timbermen, and they'll work it now, McAlpine. Him and Milligan on that right side. Milligan looking for a screen. Backhand pass. Went off the back. Good job by Matthews to box out, and a quick pass ahead to Estrad. Under 2.5 to go here, first quarter. Two big dogs in the league. Barking loud. That one knocked down as Schultzke playing some good defense. Ward turns on a defender now, looking to get open. Sutherland spins. That one knocked down, so good job by the veteran Clint Lewis. Get a stick in that shooting lane. He'll look now for some assistance to get it over. Schultzke will provide that. Got to hurry. That's an 8-second count, so an easy call there. Schultzke should have went north-south instead of east-west, and now Nathan Jones. Under the 2-minute warning. Sutherland will wait for the rest of the offense, and they'll move it over to Ferreira. Ferreira skip past Sutherland. Sutherland gets a step. Again, good bounce shot, but great. The angle was covered perfectly now. 2-on-1 for Brampton. And a good job on transition defense by the Express. Thompson gets a step on board. He'll curl out and swing it around McAlpine. They'll work it to the right side. Wait, Rotting, good touch pass, 8 on the shot clock. Trying to swim in, Nathan Jones closed that off. That shot right on, Bowden had that angle covered. And now Brampton's going to try to take advantage now as they'll work it up over the timeline with Board. Board, he'll wait into the final minute here, quarter number 1. Brook will slide out there and get it to McNabb. They'll work it across now to Ward. Looking for another chance to slide his way in there was Liam Keane. And a fresh 20 now for Brampton, 40 seconds on the game clock. Whiteford isolated, one-on-one, shirt pull, nothing. Ward, spin, ran out of room. Good defense there, ball loose, scooped up. Tried to filter out, good forechecking, stays right here in this end. Now with Keane, he'll flip McNabb. 23 seconds left now. So Brampton now will hold for the final shot here. They won't pull the goalie. Whiteford, 10 on the game clock. Got to go. Ward, one-on-one, size advantage. Spins back, fake, kick out. Look down low, quick shot. That one off the post from Brook, and no time on the clock. 15 have flown on by at Memorial Arena. 3-2, home side. Good to go as we get set for second quarter here in a 3-2 game with both Peterborough and Brampton sitting with 3-1 records as we head into week 5. This is the opener. Paris takes on Toronto tomorrow, and then a doubleheader again at the ILA will be Oshawa against Ohsweken, and then Whitby against Six Nations, 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. respectively, as the Timbermen go to work right away on offense here in the second. Sliding around, skip pass across, and that one through a crowd, nothing doing. Rebound chance now for Matthews, but again, a good job getting off. Matthews hesitates, waits for a trailer in Estrat. Good backup from Board. Board takes a couple whacks, keeps going right around and getting worked over hard, I tell you, by Kane Brown. Brown, excellent work there. Does a good job to pin his man and get possession back for the Timbermen. They'll quickly work that up and now set it up on the left side. Work it back to the right. Lamoureux to Milligan. Milligan now swings it, and Nugent off his own player's back, so no reset, then throws it away. And gotta certainly point out the absence of Jeff McNulty, who is a mainstay on that crease for Peterborough. He's been an ultimate finisher. 11 goals, 10 assists, not in the lineup. And how about Big Howie Francis, not in the lineup either. He brings 10 goals, 8 assists to the table. So 2 top scorers. Sutherland in tight, undresses the netminder Robertson for his second of the game. And I don't care what netminder in, you allow Zach Sutherland to stroll in like that from point blank, and he's going to score 9 out of 10 times, and a largest lead of the game now, 4-2 in favor of the Express. Halls and Morgan battling one more time, and these two, boy, when they go hard. Squirts out. Timberman now will scoop it up and jump into the offensive end. Lamoureux, look across, Thompson. So with the absence of McNulty and Francis, you got to look at guys like Thompson to step up. McAlpine as well. Milligan's only taken 2 shots in this game. Good defense there. They closed that off. Good shot, though, from Thompson. Was able to create some space on some good defense. But now Matthews will trot over the timeline. Offense out now for the Express. Whiteford. Brooke. He'll look. Swing it across. Whiteford looking for the flip instead. 10 on the shot clock. Has some space. Whiteford stops and goes back again off the crossbar. Clint Lewis trying to leg it out. Scoops it up. Avoids a defender. And gets it in the offensive end. Good play by the veteran one more time, and they'll roll it out. Milligan will jumpstart the offense now under 12.5. Rotting. Had that one knocked down. Board going after it, but Milligan comes away with it. Milligan swims a little closer, kicks it back out. Going to be a tough one now with 3 on the shot clock, as another good hold by the Express, and that shot late. It was in play, so no delay. And Brampton now holds tight on the defensive end now. They'll work back now on offense. Sutherland on him tight now. Gets a step. He'll curl back out. Kick it out, McNabb. Swing around Ferreira. They'll work it to the left. Searle was cruising through that middle but couldn't connect cleanly. And a good job there to scoop that up by Nate Allen and move it up now. Bradenburg open, but that pass never got through. Ball loose. Ferreira got it back, and now he'll head down 1-on-2. He's got McNabb. Whiteford will jump out. McNabb gets a step. McNabb tried to go far side. Good save by Robertson. Rebound Lewis again. He'll get it over the timeline, and they'll set things up. Back and forth we go here. Week 5 underway in the Arena Lacrosse League. Thank you for tuning in and checking us out. Halls, good defense there. Skip pass across. Now Thompson had his stick taken away. Milligan can't reach that, but Board can. Has a man in Estrat. Good tackle made there. Just disrupted. McNabb out late, just wide of the mark. Halls will get it and settle. And now they'll reset with Whiteford. Couple good opportunities, just not able to execute. McNabb now. Came back strong last week in his return to the All. Of course, keep an eye, and that's the thing inside. Whiteford! And at the final second, I think he went through the crease on that but I think they're going to get together and discuss that. I think it hit the goalie at the time the shot clock went, and it'll be a reset as Whiteford was cleared when he got that ball. So it will belong to the Express as they will work with a fresh 20. McNabb, one-on-one. Schultzky on him. McNabb stepped in just a little extra. Sutherland. Searle tried to dump that one off. McNabb now, Baffia all over him. McNabb does a good job. Calm, cool, keeps it, kicks it right back out to Ward. Ward, double screen going. Looked like the tush push there. McNabb, one-on-one on the post. Takes a hard hit and then another hit. Down, still has it, backhand pass, so great effort by McNabb, but goes off the defender. Now on the run here, the Timbermen. Thompson kicks it across. They'll stop and settle things down now and filter the rest of the offense out there. Getting a step, McAlpine. Dumped that off, and Lamoureux was too close for a pass, really. Thompson trying to bail out. 10 on the shot clock. Scrum in that corner, a whole lot going on, but the ball's still loose. It gets kicked back and shot up in the gondola, and a late hit there. So the question will be, and it looks like it is going to be Austin Lamoureux that's going to go. So that right under us, not able to catch a good look at what he did, but judging by the mild protest or none, a holding call. And the Express will go to work with their first power play opportunity of the game. They were 6 for 10 last week against Ohsweken in a 24-8 blowout win. But they also gave up 2 shorthanded goals, so susceptible that way. Searle off speed. So Scholsky should get the assist, but won't on a partial deflection. Brampton 1 for 1 on the power play. And Jeremy Surley with his first of the game. He had 3 against Ohsweken last week. So he's starting to find a little bit of flow now, and it's a 5-2 lead for Brampton. Coming into this venue earlier and watching the teams warm up, they were all pretty enthusiastic and a lot of game faces. So this is a big game for both these two teams here. Milligan, one-on-one. Hall's on him. Milligan looking for a screen, and that's not going to work anywhere as that's an illegal pick, and possession the other way. Quickly board. Quick pass. Estrad. Good save there by Robertson. Scooped up by Edwards. He'll move it up in a hurry, and they'll get it over the timeline now with Allen. Allen will wait. And Lamoureux swinging around. They'll work it to the left side, Rotting. Shot from way out, and it caroms, and now Jonah Beam wants it. But a good line change there by the Timbermen. And Beam in there wreaking some havoc, but that'll be a shot clock violation. Possession will belong to the Express. So Ferreira with the inbounds. They'll go to work, and we've seen a couple of solid lineups offensively for Brampton out there. This one with McNabb. Looking across, Ward. Ward flipped it inside, too high for Ferreira. Good job to scoop that and go. McNabb sizing it up. So wide on the first shot, high on the second, and perfect on the third for Jake McNabb. His first of the game. He had 5 goals in his return to the All last week. Peterborough coming off a 2019 loss to the Paris Riverwolves last week. That was their first loss of this early season in a hard-fought battle as Board picks that up. Quick pass ahead. Cooper Jackson and he'll find Matthews. Matthews, he'll duck into some empty space, kick it out Estrad. So this the second offensive unit with Sutherland working on that side with Estrad. Skip past Whiteford. That one takes a funny hop. Great job to get it in front. Quick shot finish. So beauty feed. Ward to Matthews. And in the back of the net in the blink of an eye. First of the game, third of the season for Matthews. And a sweet delivery there from Ward makes this a 6-2 game. Sorry, I stand corrected. Let me check my counter, and it is 7-2. So wrong as usual. Off the draw. Good job by Morgan and now Vradenberg. Sorry, Mike Green. He'll get it over, and it's Nugent. Milligan looking for someone. Nugent has to battle for it. Thompson trying to work with 6 on the shot clock. Thompson, Milligan, flip back. Thompson, great save, Bowden. Oh my, I didn't think they had a whole lot, but Cam Milligan made a lot happen in a little bit of time. They just weren't able to finish. Matthews, high stepping, kicks it over McNabb. Whiteford has some room. Down low, McNabb on the curl. Trying to create his own shot. Backs in, swims, can't hang on to it. Good defense there by Zidmal. He's been a force out there already. We're under 6.5 to go here in the second. Nugent swings it down, Rotting. Kick it out, delayed penalty coming against the Express. Milligan. 10 on the shot clock now, Thompson. Gap in that is Nugent. That gets knocked down. Rotting gets a hard hit by Beam, and you can see that Jonah Beam certainly didn't mean to do that. That was one of those cases where just a little stronger than he thought, and I think that's going to allow us to take an official's timeout. We'll come back with the details. So with 6:04 to go, it'll be Andrew Horsley that goes for slashing, second power play of the game for the Timbermen, 0 for 1, and Jonah Beam was awfully lucky to get away with no penalty on that play there. I don't think there was any intent, but again, Milligan now has some room, probably should have taken that shot. Instead, it's Estrad working in transition with Board. He'll look to try and take some ticks off that clock. Gets a good screen, and the flip, though, knocked down. Good job by Estrad, though, as he's working hard on the sideboards, but Timbermen come away with it. Allen, good job on the extra effort as they'll set things up now on the far side with Lamoureux. He'll inch his way closer. Milligan will gap the box. That shot knocked down. Brampton's done a great job at closing up the shooting lanes now on Board. Scholzke, Brook with him. 2-on-1, bounce pass. Brook steps in. Good save by Robertson. Rebound picked up by Baffia. He'll roll off the check and get it over the timeline. 50 seconds left in the Peterborough power play. Milligan. Nathan Jones will filter out last spot in the box now, and Peterborough really needs a goal here. Milligan dumps that off, and Bowden with a good save closes that off. He has been tight today. Nathan Jones will have to let that go up too high. Good job on the one-hopper. Scooped up Allen. Move it up in a hurry. Good job on the back check, and kicked out Milligan. Steps into one. Good save, Bowden. Comes back out for 20 more, and they'll reset now with Lamoureux. Final 10 seconds of the power play, and they find the mark. So a big one from Lamoureux from way out gives Peterborough their first power play goal of this game. More importantly, their first goal of this quarter. And it's 7-3 Brampton. So you could see that defense was out there for a while for Brampton, and I think there are a couple of times, and I think this might be one of those situations. I talked about some of the guys in Howie Francis missing Jeff McNulty. Forgot to mention Aaron Woods, of course, one of the leading scorers on that team, not here as well. So I think that means they're going to need a little more from Milligan, meaning he's going to have to take more shots. We're at the 4-minute mark. That battle in the circle raging. Morgan has a stick on it, but it's loose. Peterborough comes away with a chance here. Wrong stick side, great fake. Beauty job by Nolan Downey. Wrong stick side, but he faked to the right side, went back to the left for his first of the game. So back-to-back goals now, and it's 7-4. So give credit to Morgan Riley doing a great job in that circle. Him and Halls have been battling hard here in this first half. At it again, and you can see trying to get the leverage. And Morgan shoots it back. Matthews had it, now Beam. Flip ahead, Estrad in alone. Estrad outweighted Robertson. And a great job to return the favor and answer back 8-4. Ninth goal of the season for Estrad, and really that was about Jonah Beam, and a great one-handed flip gave him that open opportunity. But that's what it's about with 3.5 to go here. Second quarter. I think if you're Peterborough, you know you're outmanned and don't have 3 of your top offensive players. You got to be happy right now, only trailing by 4 to one of the top teams in the league, the defending champions. And again, we'll do the merry-go-round and the twist. This time it's Halls. Halls gets double teamed, and that's going to be a penalty there. High elbow, and a good job to hang on to it, and it's Board. Board lets it go. That one will carry him up. McNabb will wait, and he'll get double teamed, and nobody likes that. As good job as the officials get in, and I think the initial penalty is going to go to the Timbermen. That's an easy call. Brampton's going to go to their second power play, and Austin Lamoureux is going to spend 2 minutes thinking about what he's done. So legal cross-check the call. Brampton, of course, one of the best power plays in this league. So Searle will step in there. McNabb working with him on the right side. Ward on the left. Sutherland pops back out. Interchange. McNabb lets it go, and it goes through the 5-hole. So Jake McNabb, using a couple defenders as a screen, picks up Brampton's second power play goal of this half. McNabb adds to his tally. That's his second. He's got 7 in 2 games. And it's 9-4. So if you're Brampton, you do what you want to do, is answer back quick. This time, not so long on the jaw. Zidmel looks, and a good pass ahead. And a dump off. Gasparetti going to have to corral it quick. Doesn't see a defender behind. He gets shot off. Good save, Bowden. And that one almost squeaked through. So a good job there by Board. They were crying back in, but Board's feet were in the crease when he picked it up, and they'll fake that Estrad. Swing across Ward. Ward's been quiet in this one. Spins back. Zidmel loses his stick. Got to take advantage with 10. Looking on the flip. And they knocked that one down, and good job to get a hold of it, at least get it out of your end. So Timberman heads up play there. And now Thomas McDonald will work it ahead, and it's Horsley. Whiteford has Nathan Jones cruising through the middle. Gets it out. McNabb has some room. McNabb puts on the brakes, skips it across. Whiteford now working with Jones. Nathan Jones has room, steps in. Good save, Robertson. Zidmel again, like a vacuum out there. Swims his way across the timeline. Takes a hit, but he'll hold tight, and get that to McAlpine. They'll swing it now down low. 10 on the shot clock. Thompson, Milligan dumps it inside. That's picked off by Board. Read that like a novel. And we're into the final minute here of the first half. Horsley has a man, Ward. Ward dumps it. Sutherland. Great save by Robertson. Stuck out that left glove and denied from point blank as Brampton will retain 45 seconds of the game clock. 10 on the shot clock. Ward with Milligan on him. Ducks back in. Triple team. Coughs it up. Timbermen now will work it. Good defense. 2-on-2. And thinking better of it. Wait for some offense now as they'll go to work. 25 seconds left in the game clock. McAlpine thought about a screen. Thought better of it. Lamoureux from way out underhand. Beams going to try to smother that, instead uses his body and gets it up now into the final 10 seconds here of this half. One quick pass. McNabb isolated, one-on-one. McNabb goes for the shot. That goes off the screen. 4 seconds left on the clock. And we'll see if the timeout's called. They don't. Right inbounds. McNabb got to shoot it. Does. Wide of the mark. 30 minutes have been played here at Memorial Arena. 9-4 defending champs. Set to go for the third quarter. What's been a very entertaining opening 30 minutes. The defending champion Brampton Express leading this one 9-4. Opening possession of the third belongs to the Timbermen. See if they can't put together a bit of a run here as Zach Thompson with the inbounds. They'll roll it over to Milligan. Milligan will send it down low, looking to turn that corner. Roddy. Milligan will get it back, kick it out. Thompson looking for the angle. Good save by Bowden, who's been rock solid. Tyler Halls will make his way off of the defender, working in transition. Sutherland filters late. That shot right on. Rebound picked up by Ward. He'll pull it out for a fresh 20. So a good job to start things off. Both teams now. Whiteford has some room to operate. He'll swing it across Sutherland. He'll dump it on the screen and roll and going airborne, and a good save by Robertson as Estrad tried to change that up. Edwards couldn't play the carom, and that'll get quickly turned right back in Brampton's favor. Ward work it on to Whiteford. Whiteford has really settled into this lineup here for Jeff Dowling and company as that save by Robertson. Now this one a clean pass to Edwards. Edwards, quick pass up ahead looking for McAlpine, couldn't connect. He'll run down that rebound and bring it back to the half boards on the right. McAlpine surveying. They'll swing it over to the left now. Nugent. Milligan on the back pedal with 5. Milligan flip. McAlpine, nothing clean. Gets swarmed, taken down, and that's going to be too much from Gage Board. So 20 seconds will go up on the clock and will belong to the Timbermen here. Milligan will get it back. Look for an opening, ducks in. Double team, gets a shot off. Good save again by Bowden. But now sliding out of the pack, here comes Board. Ferreira with him. Schultzke does a good job to cut that off. Now McNabb. Ferreira gets a step. Tough pass to McNabb. He'll have to run it down. Schultzke continues to check him all the way through, but no change of possession. Sutherland lets it go. Rebound. Ward had it, fighting for it, but a good job there by Gasparetti. Gasparetti with the flip. Great job there to get it up. Another flip to Flip Thompson now. Has no one with him, though, as Matthews on him. They'll do a good job to push him away from that net. Now Milligan gets the screen, dump in, wasn't there. Matthews, scoop and go. Quick pass ahead, Estrad. He'll trot over the timeline now and try to take advantage of Jared Downey. Inside as McNabb took a hit but went through the crease. So good heads-up play there to keep it, and now it'll be Lewis that'll leg it up. and over the timeline. Lamoureux has Horsley on him. Horsley does a good job not to hit from behind. In comes Beam, and Beam will make sure that things get cleaned up. But the problem is you can't hit a guy when he's on the carpet. And Beam got away with one, but not two, as he's going to go for an illegal cross-check. It'll be the third power play of the game for the Timbermen. They are 1 for 2. And I think that's one of those situations where Jonah Beam has spent enough time in the Arenalacrosseleague to know that that's not the way to go. And now McAlpine working with Milligan on the right. They'll swing it over, inch their way in. Nugent down on that left crease. McAlpine off a defender. So no reset on the play. Lamoureux's shot right on, and it's picked up now. Tyler Hall's got ahead of Steve Goen. Has Board with him. Board on his right stick side. Board. Great save by Robertson. Trying to run that one down now is Nolan Downey. Does a good job, and now Nugent will reset with just under a minute and a half to go in the power play. 9-4 lead for the Express. We're in the third quarter, of course. Week 5 underway in the Arenalacrosseleague, and a cross up there, and good job, Halls. Halls has some room. Nathan Jones jumps in it. Halls going in alone. Hall's shot wide of the mark. He'll get it and retrieve the rebound. Scholzke will pin him up on the boards, and then he'll duck out. So a good job by Tyler Halls as he rolls it down with 50 seconds left in the power play. Baffia will do the legwork, and now the Timbermen will set things up with McAlpine. Milligan swing rotting, waits for Nugent. Milligan lets that go again, wide of the mark. That's going to go over the timeline. That'll be a violation. And possession will belong to Brampton deep in the offensive end. So Matthews will scoop that up. 25 seconds left to kill here, as they can do it here on this possession. Ward. They'll spread the floor wide and try to avoid the double team. Sutherland, 15 on the shot clock, 10 left in the penalty. Brook with him. Sutherland gets a step, tries to move closer. Wrong stick side, kicks it back out, and a quick shot right on. So a good job executing Matthews and Sutherland, playing very well together on that side. Penalty over now, and teams back to 5-a-side. Edwards right on the timeline as they kept it now, and they'll work it across. Lamoureux swing it back. McAlpine shot took a funny hop off the glass extension now, and on the run now is Estrad. Ferreira with him. Estrad, Ferreira, great save by Robertson. And too many on the floor is going to be the call. It's going to go against Peterborough. Brampton's going to have another power play opportunity. They've been a perfect 2 for 2 with the man advantage. Just a reminder, of course, tomorrow, Week 5 in the All continues with the Paris River Wolves and Toronto Monarchs. They will clash at 2 p.m. at the track. Both teams 2-2 records, and a doubleheader Sunday at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. First game will have Oshawa against Ohsweken, 1-3 against 2-2, and then the 4 p.m. game will see the Whitby Steelhawks against the Six Nations Snipers. 10 on the shot clock. McNabb, Whiteford looking for the give and go. McNabb on the trail, steps into the bounce. So McNabb with a beauty bounce shot took the feed on the run and buried his third of the game. So another power play goal for Brampton, now 3 for 3 with the man advantage. And with 8:38 to go, it's a 10-4 game. Off the draw. Morgan, good job, but Matthews bounced it out of him, made him pop it loose. And the Express now starting to take control here. They've added to their tally, and man down is Ward on the curl. Sutherland jumps right back up. Skip pass, tough one for Ferreira. On the short hop, it's picked up. And here come the Timbermen with an opportunity. On a twister, great save, Bowden. Oh my. Golden opportunity, Nolan Downey in full flight. And now Whiteford through the middle. And a good save by Robertson. Rebound picked up by Ward. They'll work with 20 more. Under 8 minutes to go here in the third. Swing across, back to the left side. Ferreira working with Whiteford. And that's even a flag in football, as some tempers flare there, as I'm not sure what incited that, but the initial penalty is going to go to Ferreira for holding. That's going to allow Peterborough another power play. That'll be their fourth. They're 1 for 3. So that just looked like a bit of a reactionary move from Ferreira, trying to hold on as the man got a step. So we'll see now if Milligan and company can get things in order here, get on the board in this third quarter. Lamoureux out there on that right side, working with Milligan. Steps in, dumps that across on the skip. That shot right in the breadbasket. Good save made there, and Bowden will leave it. Halls will move it, and it'll go out over the timeline. Estrat taking advantage. Estrat tried to steer that far corner. Good save, Robertson. Rebound, knocked down, kicked across, and scooped up by the Timbermen. And they'll get it into the offensive end in a hurry. Ryan Patterson doing a good job as he'll head off. Milligan will set things up with 1:10 to go to man advantage. Lamoureux and McAlpine stationed on that right side. Zach Thompson, two-man game with Milligan. Milligan again, good save Bowden as Milligan has tried to work that right side, and now Beam. Beam has Ward with him. Ward, good hands, airborne, tucked in, but I think his toe of his foot was on the crease when he went airborne, and that will take us to our officials' timeout. Ready to go here after our officials' timeout. Always an entertaining officials break as Milligan will inbounds. 40 seconds to go now here in this power play. Back to work, Thompson on one side, Lamoureux on the other. Rotting down low, McAlpine as well. Interchange, kick, Rotting inside. Milligan buries it. So some fine coaching from Joe Sullivan and company as they diagram the perfect play. Gets Milligan involved as he picks up his first of the game. That's his 8th of the season. It comes courtesy the power play, their second power play goal. More importantly, it's their first goal of this third quarter and cuts the deficit in half. Now it's 10-5. So early movement will give possession to the Timbermen. So I tell you, Morgan and Halls are they're gonna need a rest after this one. They have been in it to win it. Thompson bounced out. Lamoureux skip across, and they'll move it down Milligan. Milligan, no look. Nugent gets pushed off the ball, picked up Board. Board, good bounce past Matthews. Has a couple with him, including Estrat across. Ward! Beauty finish, Ward. No need to put a whole lot on it. Just perfect placement in the top corner for his first of the game. So you talk about what guys do right. Curtis Ward in the perfect spot to get that as a trailer. That's his 8th goal of the season. And once again, the Express provide an immediate answer. And boy, you just talk about a change up there as Robertson was gliding over to his left, and Ward saw that and floated it over the right shoulder. Ball loose now again. And it's picked up Board. Gasparetti had his jersey momentarily, but Board ran away from him. Now Shulsky trying to keep Board on that side, works it across, and they'll set it up now with McNabb. 11-5 to score in favor of defending champs. We're under 5.5 to go here in the third. McNabb swinging across. Whiteford one-on-one with Gasparetti. Puts on the brakes. Edwards on him. Skip across. Ducking in. How about this kid? And a good twister almost snuck its way through. But you got to like what Liam Keane has brought to the table here, including his first goal on his first shift and his first shot in the all. Timbermen now looking for an opening. They'll get it over to Rotting, and he'll look to set something up. Dump it down low. 10 on the shot clock. Milligan, one-on-one with Horsley. That shot on, and Bowden, great movement. And he doesn't even know where that is. Nobody does. It's somewhere in that equipment. And I know if you're Gage Boy, you're not digging too deep in there where that is, so they'll let that one go, and Ferreira now will work it over to Sutherland. Under 4.5 to play. Zach Sutherland. Skip it, Ward. Ward gets a screen, back to McNabb. McNabb sizes it up, leans in, rolls off a check, has a man, fakes it, goes to the sidearm, looking to fish it out. Still loose. McNabb battling for it. Sutherland. McNabb goes down to that carpet again, and it's the Timbermen to come away with it. And then it's aired up into the gondola, and we'll stay right here. So a whole lot of work for very little result, and now Ferreira. Swinging across McNabb. Gets a good screen. Inside, Sutherland, great save by Robertson, point blank. So Roberts has let a couple, what we would say, weak ones get by, but he's been dynamite on the ones in tight. Ward. Sutherland going to let it go quick, partially deflected. That's going to float up, and Zidmel's going to gather that one and look for some assistance as McNabb's going to forecheck. And Zidmel does a good job to get Thompson. Thompson almost looking for that gap up the middle. He was almost going to take that seam and thought better of it. Work it back now, McAlpine. Inside, one hand, and almost a beauty finish, but Bowden picks it up, and it's up to Board. Board with 2 to beat, only 1 initially, but does a good job with Downey on him. Gets a step, puts on the brakes, they'll kick it back out. Keane. Gets it back, ducks under. No look pass, but him and Brook trying to work to give and go. Ward's going to fight with 5 on the shot clock. That's going to get knocked down, and that's as close as you can get to a delay of game call. And Timberman now with 2.5 to play here in the third. 11-5 in favor of the Express. They have kept this potent Peterborough offense in check. Rotting with a step up. Bowden closed that door, and a quick outlet pass will send away Brampton. Ferreira jumped out there late as Board gets chased right back. Estrak gets chased by Gasparetti and turns it over. Lewis one-on-one with McNabb. And good job to get back in time, and whole lot of tree chopping going on here as Lewis does a good job to maintain possession to McAlpine. They'll work it back. Looking to duck in, and that was a head chop, so easy call, and nice job on the finish. So Nolan Downey, give him some credit. He took the head chop, played on, and was the recipient on the back end to pick up his second of the game. So that's the way you continue to work hard, never give up on a play, and it's 11-6. So despite missing a lot of their offensive weapons, these Timbermen have done a good job to keep in this one. This is only a 5-goal game, and we know this is the fastest game on 2 feet. Anything can happen. with still a quarter plus to go. Off the draw, Bean scoops it up, flips it back out high. Halls now will settle under it. Halls getting pressure from Nathan Shulsky. He'll swing it around, and it's James Whiteford. Whiteford on the half boards, 10 on the shot clock. Sutherland gets a step, gets wrapped up. In tight, McNabb, quick shot, but wickets were closed by Robertson, and a quick outlet pass has Peterborough in the offensive end into the final minute here of the third. Roding puts on the brakes, looking inside, but good coverage there by McDonald. It's tracked down. And good defense there as the ball squirts loose, but that's the only thing that got loose now in the Express. Get it over the timeline now, roll McNabb. McNabb teetering, flips it out. Ward working with Searle. Searle puts on the brakes. Can't hang on to it, loose. Picked up though by Ward. 18 on the shot on the game clock. That's intercepted. And working it into the offensive end there in a hurry. They're going to have to go to work now. McAlpine went through Thompson now. 6 on the game clock. Ward on him. Thompson diving, but that's wide. And last chance for McAlpine. No shot off. 11-6 after 3 quarters at Brampton Memorial Arena. We'll be back. Locked and loaded for the fourth quarter. So a 5-goal differential. The Timbermen trailing the Brampton Express. Both teams come in with 3-1 records, sit atop the standings, and someone will be ahead of someone when this one's all said and done. First possession of the fourth belongs to the Brampton Express. So Estrat will bring it over the timeline, work it to Matthews, and he'll settle on the half boards on the left. Working with Whiteford. Whiteford looking to turn the corner, ducks in, gets the shot, and a good save, Robertson. And Sutherland picks it up for 20 more. Give and go, had McNabb. McNabb a little late on that. That jumped on him quicker than he thought, but Whiteford to the rescue. McNabb, skip pass again, one-on-one. Leans into a check, kicks it Whiteford. Whiteford looking to duck in on Shulsky. 5 on the shot clock. Kick out Sutherland. No one on the right. Got to give it back. Gets knocked down. Good defense by the Timbermen. They'll move it up. Shot clock goes off. In transition. Dump over, and despite a good effort initially, Nolan Downey in some trouble there as Nathan Jones working, and we're going to say a shot clock violation. So possession, it never got reset. Looks like there's an issue with the end door. I think it's going to need a push from the other side. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. Break over and we're back at it as the Timbermen now. Milligan, give and go. That's gone and went, and a chance here in transition for the Express. Estrat in stride. Estrat robbed by Robertson. My, arrest that man for some outstanding goaltending. Flipped up the basket, and Estrat put it right there. Back at the other end, behind the net. Tried to crease dunk, did Nugent, nothing doing. And now Board will weave past the defender, Matthews. Matthews, Zidmal on him, skips that over to McNabb. McNabb and Sutherland do a good job. Sutherland took a hit, and McNabb comes away with it. Good job by Brampton. Ferreira set things up with 8 on the shot clock. Ward, wrong stick side, gets it on, almost trickled through, but not over the goal line, and a quick outlet pass sends away the Timbermen. Milligan will dump it down low, and Thompson trying to get a step. Big screen there. Thompson on the reverse. So Zach Thompson coming alive there. They needed something from him. That's his first of the game, and 10th of the season. They've been waiting now, and it's an 11-7 game. So we've seen this before where Peterborough has cashed in and Brampton has found an immediate response each and every time here so far. Again, Halls and Morgan on the merry-go-round here in the circle. Ball squirts loose. Loose now. Timbermen pick it up. Thompson took a few hits. Shulsky will get it, and he'll look to zip it ahead. Inside the middle, quick shot, but it goes off the defender. So Lamoureux tried to let that go in a hurry, and now they'll slow things up and set things up with Downey. Milligan in alone. Milligan's going to pocket that. Back-to-back goals for the Timbermen. Back in it now, 11-8. Second of the game for the Peterborough captain. 9 in the season. So just when you thought that Peterborough may be taking a breather, it seems to be the Express that are taking a breather now. And the lead is just 3. Off the draw again. Possession so critical here, especially at this juncture in the game. That's why a valuable face-off person, a draw man, key. And these are two of the best in the league here. Morgan leaning in hard, and Hall's got one hand up. And Halls uses the body. It squirts loose. Nugent in there as well. Hall's still laying on it, and finally it's Beam. So that was a whole lot. Now Estrad has Horsley. Horsley goes to the bounce. So there's the immediate answer we talked about. And a whole lot in that circle. Give Tyler Hall some credit there as Andrew Horsley with the finish for a 12-8 lead. Good job by the Express executing in transition. Those two vets, boy, between Halls in the draw, Estrad on one side and Horsley on the other, I tell you, the defending champs know how to do it. Knock back, Board scoops it up. Speaking of knowing what to do, Gage Board. They'll set things up now, and they'll work it to Matthews, who'll kick it out to Whiteford. 11 minutes to go here in the fourth. Whiteford finds Brooke. Brooke gets a screen, lets it go right on. Rebound, hockeyed in by McNabb, and scooped up by the Express for a fresh 20. Matthews had a notion, peeled back out. McNabb had it pop out of his pocket. Shulsky has it now, and he'll look to move it up and think better of it as he'll zip it across, and they'll set things up now on offense. Thompson. Beam on him. Thompson kicks it across. Lamoureux with the flip. Behind in at 10 on the shot clock. Thompson from wrong stick side. That'll go off the screen. And now here come Brampton looking to capitalize. Whiteford! 5-hole. Script me an answer. Gave up 2, got 2 back as a beauty transition goal from James Whiteford. His 5th of the season, first here tonight. And that's one of the beauties of the Arenalacrosseleague. You play that ball where it lies. That whistle goes. That ball's live. You chase it down. You got a transition opportunity. So it looks like there's going to be a misconduct penalty is the call. So it's going to go against the Timbermen, and that's going to allow So off the draw, back to the power play. Brampton 3 for 3 heading into this power play. This their fourth, so some work to do here for the Timbermen as they've surrendered back-to-back goals. Milligan almost with a sneaky backhand, but Bowden up to the task now, and Nathan Jones will move it up to board. So they'll look to set things up. Searle at the top, working with McNabb. McNabb, underhand, slips through. So the Brampton Express, a perfect 4 for 4 on the power play. Fourth goal of the game for Jake McNabb, had 5 last week. So he's got 9 in 2 games. He has been feeling the flow. So I'm not quite sure what was said, but whatever was said to official Mark Sands, he took offense to, and hence a bench minor, and that's just not something that you want to do here at this juncture. Matthews scoops that up. A little shook and jive there as they'll set things up now with Ward. So 14-8, back to a 6-goal bulge for the Express. McNabb turns the corner, look to go again. That one partially blocked, and will stay in play with 7 on the shot clock. Ward get that right on. Robertson does a good job standing tall on the post, and now Gasparetti. Sure is going to make for an interesting match. McAlpine over to Thompson, couldn't connect. And that's through the crease, so that'll be possession Brampton. They'll move it up. Nathan Jones. Jones ducks by one. Trailer, Whiteford, but the pass was behind him, and it's picked up by the Timbermen. Now one pass, they'll move it up. Just a reminder, tomorrow, 2 p.m. at the track, the Paris River Wolves, Toronto Monarchs. They will go head-to-head. 2 more to wrap up Week 5 on Sunday, Oshawa Weekend, and Whitby against Six Nations. Thompson turns the corner. Rodding, that one right on. Bowden right there, though. And that's a crease ball as we hit the 8-minute mark of this fourth quarter. And Board will settle things down. Looking in, and again an errant pass. Now, if you're Brampton, you still enough time that you're not playing keep away. Edwards will work it up McAlpine. He's been quiet in this one. Going to be interesting to see these two teams go head-to-head when they both have all their guns ablazing. Milligan, pass in tight. McAlpine skips. That shot right on. Bowden, another good save. Ball loose. Matthews does a great box out, picks it up. He'll work it out to Halls. Halls has McNabb sliding in on the back end. Thinks better of it, and I think he's right about that, as that defender jumped right on that quick. Searle. Looking in. Ferreira swinging across McNabb. And that's too much on the screen and roll, and that will bring us to our final officials timeout. So the Timbermen will inbound here, running low on time and trailing by a half dozen, as Zach Thompson now will work it. Nathan Jones on him, and they'll send it down to Milligan. Milligan inside, as that was a crowd there. Good job to run under that by Lamoureux. Shot right on. Bowden has been tight here today, and he has been the difference for the Express. Estrat will wheel around, draw 2 defenders. Estrat outruns both of them, kicks it back out. Whiteford has Halls on that left side. They'll clear it out, look for a late screen on the roll. Whiteford thinks better of it, 8 on the shot clock. McNabb, he'll survey. Whiteford ducking in, on the run, bullet, airborne, James Whiteford. You're not going to see a sweeter goal than that, I tell you. Whiteford with his second of the game. He's got 6 in the season and got just a little bit of air under there to allow for some extra zip. And that one zipped right by Robertson, and it's a 15-8 game with just over 6 minutes to play. It's going to be interesting to see how these weeks shape up here in the All, as there's a whole lot of parity. You look at what's going on, and you may think that the Oshawa Outlaws struggling at 1-3, Whitby Steelhawks at 1-3. Now, mind you, Whitby has lost back-to-back games, 14-13, and hence their record. But you look at that, and then you look up top with these two teams, and then you got some good teams in the middle of all that with Paris and Toronto and Ohsweken. And boy, this thing's another crapshoot one more time. 9th season of the Arena Lacrosse League and going strong. Inside, great pass play up there. What a save by Bowden. Oh my, how did he get the toe out on that? That kid is feeling it today. Milligan. Kick back out. Lamoureux. Swing across Thompson. Thompson, head of steam. And nothing doing on that roll, as possession will belong now to the Express as we inch toward the 5-minute mark here in the fourth. Board. He'll look, swinging across Sutherland. They'll let something develop here and work it to Ferreira. Ferreira. Sutherland on the curl. His shot just missed that corner. Ball loose. Zidmo jumps on it, switches hands, keeps it, keeps the feet moving, moves it closer. Zidmo takes a shot off Bowden. Denied. Quick pass up ahead to Ferreira. Working 2-on-2 with Nathan Jones. They'll wait. Sutherland's trailing. But instead, good decision by Ferreira. Time on the side now of the Express. McNabb spins back. No stick. Sutherland had it taken out of his hands. Goes back to retrieve it. McNabb, 8 on the shot clock. That's tough pass, and Edwards will get under that, and he'll start legging it up the floor. On the run. Tough pass, handcuff. Good job by Ferreira to get back on defense, as Downey now will slow it up. Under 4 minutes to go. Thompson out late. Instead, it'll be Lamoureux. Wrong stick side. Lets it go. Bowden. Great athleticism as Jones gets it and scoots out of harm's way. He'll move it up in a hurry now to another speedster in Matthews. A little shuck and jive. Up against Scholsky. That's two guys that can really wheel out there. So a good matchup now, and now it's Ward. Brooke. Brooke gets a step. Has some room. Good save by Robertson. Steered out of sight. Ward all over the loose ball. Gets it, gets out. Searle will set it up now. And it's McNabb. McNabb wrapped up. They'll get it up, and a good job to jump on that and go is Nolan Downey in alone. Downey's twister denied. Bowden has been exceptional in this game. We're under 3 minutes to go here, and an 8-second count will give it back to the Timbermen. So a little too casual, lackadaisical. And now Peterborough. So trailing by a lot. And that one, again, Bowden just seems to be able to read the release point perfectly, as Whiteford now in the offensive end will work one-on-one. Whiteford. Sutherland inside. Ferreira goes to the far side, takes a hard hit, as that's got to remain possession Brampton, and it does. So they'll reset the net, reset the shot clock to 20. Keene, get it back. Keene steps into one. That's right on and stuck right to Robertson. He'll fish it out, and they'll move it up. We're at the 2-minute warning. The Express in the lead, looking to take sole possession of first place here in week 5. That pass almost knocked down. Downey at Matthews now. Matthews bounces off a couple hits, comes away unscathed, ducks by another defender. Kicks that over Whiteford. They'll pull it back out. Minute and a half to go now. Brampton's going to keep the floor spread wide now with McNabb. Sutherland again in tight as Ward looked to reach out and touch someone far corner, and that's going to be a hole in the stick call, as that's twice Sutherland has had his weapon taken away. I'm not sure if it was Baffy at both times, but certainly this time. So with 1:21 to go now, Brampton can keep this one and put it in their back pocket without having to score another goal. Work it around. Brampton a perfect 4 for 4 on the power play in this game. So they have taken full advantage of their opportunities. Final minute now. Ward picks the corner. I like what Curtis Ward has done. He has stayed within himself nicely and finds the back of the net for the second time in this game. And that will seal the deal for the Express. And if you are the Timbermen, you came in here undergunned offensively, missing 3 of your top players offensively, and still stayed tight. So they've got some good things to work with, obviously, as off the draw Matthews. And they'll pull that out as they'll work the clock here with Brooke. And the finishing touch. So the Express put an exclamation mark on that one. And Max Brooke picks up his first of the game. So like the young man, as he continues to get better and better each week he plays, .20 seconds now left. Timberman now with the last gas. Zidmo splits 2 defenders and kicks it back out. Final 10 seconds here. A late one up and over as the final horn sounds. Final save, and the final 17-8 in favor of the Brampton Express. Brampton improves their record now to 4-1. They sit atop the Arenalacrosseleague standings. The Timbermen fall to 3-2. Stick around. We'll have our all player of the game. I'm here with the Arenalacrosseleague player of the game, Mateo Bowden. Mateo, not a bad game for you guys. Just tell me a little bit about how important it is when you're playing a good team like this for you as a goaltender to keep your team in it sometimes.
The defense did really well at locking them down and giving them the shitty shots, and made it very easy for me to save a lot of those outside shots. You know, I said before the game, like, if we kept these guys under 8 goals this game, we would have no problem winning. And, well, you know, that's what we did. So I'm happy with how the team performed.
Now, you look like you were moving very well left to right, and were you getting a good read on the release points, or what was making it so, well, you made it look easy, but what was working for you?
I honestly just, like, instead of just jumping around, actually, I kind of just settled in and just waited for that like last moment where the shot came, and it just ended up working for me better. You know, last game I played, I kind of was a little too jumpy, and I feel like just being settling down, it kind of helped me, you know, react to the shots better.
Now, just tell me your team rolling along now, impressive 4-1 to the top of the standings now. What kind of feeling is in the locker room? How are the guys feeling on the bench?
You know, we are coming off a championship year, and you know, it feels like another one, man. You know what? But we still got plenty of work to do, and there's plenty of games ahead of us. You know, still got plenty of season to go. But I'm excited to see what we show this year.
Mateo Bowden, our Arena Lacrosse League Player of the Game. That'll do it for us here from Brampton Memorial. Week 5 continues in the All.
Hey, thank you.
Beauty, bud. Nice job. Thank you.